Understanding Cognitive Bias of Teenagers, Part 2. 1. Availability Bias. I saw one video about plane crashes, and now I'm terrified of flying. Doesn't it happen all the time? My friend failed this subject, so I'm sure I'll fail too. I always mess up during presentations. It happened once, so it'll definitely happen again. My sibling got scolded for staying out late, so if I do it, the same thing will happen to me. I heard one person say this teacher is mean, so now I'm scared to ask questions in class. Teens often rely on vivid or recent memories to make assumptions, which can distort their perception of reality. 2. The "it'll get worse before it gets better" fallacy. I just have to stay in this friendship, even if it's hurting me. It'll get better eventually, right? If I keep pushing myself, this burnout will fix itself over time. This school subject is so hard right now, but if I suffer through it without asking for help, I'll magically get better at it. The stress from this group project will settle down eventually if I just keep working harder. My team keeps losing, but we don't need to practice. We'll improve naturally. Teens may endure unnecessary emotional or mental strain, assuming hardship guarantees future improvement. 3. Story bias. I failed that test, so I'm just a bad student. That's the story of my life. Every time I get close to someone, they leave me. I'm just meant to be alone. I didn't get picked for the team, so I guess I'm just not good at anything. I always lose debates. I'm just not confident enough to argue. People always laugh at me when I try new things, so I should stop embarrassing myself. Teens often oversimplify complex experiences into rigid, self-limiting stories that influence their self-image. 4. Hindsight bias. I knew I was going to fail that exam. I just didn't try hard enough, did I? I always knew my friendship with them would fall apart. Why didn't I act sooner? I should have seen it coming. I knew this was going to happen all along. Looking back, I always knew that relationship was going to end badly. I knew the teacher would call on me. I should have prepared for it. This bias causes teens to unfairly blame themselves, assuming outcomes were predictable in hindsight. 5. Overconfidence effect. I don't need to study for the test. I already know everything. I can finish that big assignment in one night. It'll be fine. I don't need any help to win this competition. I've got it covered. I'm sure I'll get the part in the play. I don't even need to rehearse much. I'll remember everything for the exam without writing notes. My memory is great. Overconfidence may lead teens to underestimate challenges, creating stress or setbacks when results don't meet expectations. 6. Chauffeur knowledge. I know everything about this topic because I watched a TikTok video on it. I read this online, so I'm definitely right. It doesn't matter if I don't fully understand it. I can sound smart about this subject even if I don't really know the details. I talk about mental health all the time, so I must know what anxiety feels like. I've heard all the rules of this game, so I'm ready to play, even if I haven't practiced. Teens may rely on surface-level knowledge without deeper understanding, leading to overconfidence in decision-making. 7. Illusion of control. If I wear my lucky hoodie, I'll do well on this test. If I'm extra careful, I can make everyone like me and avoid arguments. It's my fault the team lost. I didn't try hard enough to control what happened. If I say everything perfectly, my parents won't get mad at me. If I plan my day exactly, nothing bad will happen. Teens may overestimate their ability to influence outcomes, leading to stress, guilt, or unrealistic expectations. 8. Incentive super response tendency. I'll only clean my room if my parents promise me something in return. Why should I do well in class if there's no reward for it? I only exercise because I get praise. Otherwise, what's the point? I only study because my parents threaten to take my phone away. If I don't get extra credit for this, why should I even bother trying? This bias makes teens overly focused on rewards, potentially leading to short-term behaviors rather than intrinsic motivation. 9. Regression to the mean. I did so well on the last test, so I'll ace every test from now on. I had such a bad week, I'm probably just gonna have bad weeks forever. I was so lucky that time, I'm just naturally good at this. Last time I failed, so I guess I'll fail every time now. Our team won last week, so we're probably the best now. Teens may interpret extreme highs or lows as permanent trends, overlooking the natural tendency to return to average performance. 10. Outcome bias. My guesswork got me a good grade, so I'll keep winging it. Even though I skipped practice, we still won the game. I guess effort doesn't matter. That risky decision worked out, so it must have been the right choice. I didn't study but still passed, so studying probably isn't important for me. My friend ignored safety rules and was fine, so they must not be necessary. Teens often judge decisions based solely on results, ignoring the importance of process or effort.